Hello, welcome back to the Fish Locker out on the shore. Now it is a stunning February day today, and what are we out to do, James?
Foraging.
We're out to go and do some foraging. James has got his new foraging hook, haven't you? Mm-hmm. And you've got a foraging net.
Yep.
And your very own foraging bucket.
I put some trouble in it.
Yep. We've got another hour of the ebb. It's a stunning day with a large spring tide, and we're going to work our way along the low tide line, just in the rock pools to see what we can find. Mm-hmm. What is it that we're looking for today, James?
Crabs.
Crabs. Crabs and anything else we can find.
Yes.
So, let's go. This here is called a red ragweed. Yeah, what we're doing is we're just going to have a look along, like all the little cracks and crannies and caves, because that is where, if there are any crabs or any lobsters or anything, that's where they're going to be hiding. Oh, James, look what I've found in this cave here. Oh, we have a sea monster in this one. Look what we have got in here. Let's just move all these big kelps out of the way. Make a little doorway so we can get in.
An octopus?
No, it's a big starfish. Oh. Does look like an octopus though, doesn't it? And there is a velvet crab at the back of there. Let's just have a look with my torch. There is a velvet crab at the back.
Oh no.
So bring your foraging hook and let's get them out.
Oh no. This is going to be tight. Down the whole line.
Right, alright. So James is going to show you what you do before. Don't sit down too fast, you'll get a wet bum. You've already done it, haven't you? Yeah, you've already done it. Don't sit down too far because you get a wet bum. Right, put your foraging hook up underneath that starfish and just gently pull him out. Get him. Alright, you can do it. Look, watch. You just need to put it underneath him. And then, there he is, look.
Oh my gosh!
Look at how big he is.
That was like a colossal Patrick.
It does look like a colossal Patrick. That's exactly what it looks like.
It's a colossal Patrick.
Got all his little legs underneath.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
We got a colossal Patrick.
That is a spiny starfish. And let me just borrow that little hook a second. I'm just going to get that velvet out of there as well.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Wedged itself right at the very back. But yeah, James, what do you think about that?
So tall.
Yeah, it is. Should we put him back in his hole?
What if we just put him in that?
We'll put him back in here because that's where he lives. Okay.
And find that sneaky house.
Right, let's go and have a look what else we can find.
Yeah.
I do love it at this time of year when the seaweeds are coming through fresh. They're all in great condition. There, look, you've got some lovely green sea lettuce. We have some dulse. These are Irish moss. These little red ones here are called harpoon weed. You probably can't see on the camera, but they've got little tiny barbs that stick out the side. And these are thongweed. Now they start off like this. Start off like little tiny bumps. And then they grow up and flatten out like that, like a toadstool. Then out of the toadstool, they grow those thongs. Yeah, these, I love it when they're fresh like that. This one in here, if you can see that one, that is another snake lox anemone. But that one under UV light glows bright green. I'll tag a picture in here to show you what it looks like. There's a little yellow flat periwinkle on a piece of Irish moss. And we've got the olive sea urchin. In the background we've got the green snake lox anemone. And hiding up the back of there is a small brown edible crab. That, what Hannah's found there, that is a chiton. Or a chiton, depending on who you're asking. I'll get a close-up of that for you. James has caught himself a rock goby. He's a lovely looking fish, isn't he, James?
Yeah.
Now hold your net. Right, let me just see. See the orange on the top of the dorsal now? We will let him go. In and around these patches here, you can see this. See, it's starting to grow through that fluorescent green and blue, depending on what shade you get it at. There and there. That's called rainbow rack. Another name for it is magic seaweed because it changes colour. Look, out of the water, it's nothing. Once you put it in the water, yes, James? Which little crab? The one in your bucket?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just go over here and we'll get some water of a rock pool for it. Let's have a look at what we can find underneath here. There's a big furrowed crab. Few prawns, another lovely sea urchin there, look. Sea urchin, cushion star, porcelain crab. There, don't know if you can see it skitting about. There is a little fish amongst these prawns. It's called a Montague's blenny. There's quite a few crabs there, wasn't there? And a brittle star. Oh, there's a rockling. Get these rocks put back gently. There is a little tiny, that is a little tiny nudibranch. That is a baby sea slug right there. In this little hole here, if you can see it, there is a velvet swimming crab. Now, a big male velvet swimming crab. They are fast. Oh. I think there is a lobster in there, but it is so far at the back that I can only just to say, I just saw a little flick of movement. Could either be a fish or it could be a lobster. We'll see what we can do. Are we ready, James? We're going to have a look what's underneath here.
Yeah.
Go on then, crouch down, get ready. Right, ready? Oh, what is there? What can you see?
I see a velvet.
A velvet?
Yeah.
This one here?
Yeah. Oh. It's Rita. Oh.
And what's this one? Oh, he's got no claws. Do you think that velvet's been bullying him?
Get him in a new rock pool.
Yeah, look. There's your velvet.
Is that a little edible
crab, yeah. There's 3 different crabs in the same pool, look. There's a baby edible crab. There's a furrowed crab. There's a velvet crab. An angry velvet. These guys are easier to deal with, aren't they? They just kind of roll up and play dead. Right, well, we've stopped for a little bit of a snack. James has got his snack pack, and what are we having, Hannah?
There's the macaroons I made yesterday.
Hannah's homemade macaroons.
Sandwich.
And a sandwich. So yeah, there we go. I did trying to see if that was a lobster. It was just a big rockling at the back of that. It was just a big rockling at the back of that cave. So yeah, possibly not worth getting wet legs for, because look. Noelle's having a wee. Yeah. But yeah, it's all part of it, isn't it? So yeah, we'll enjoy a sandwich and a macaron. I'll just show you one of these. These are amazing. Yeah. And then we'll start walking back. I've had a bite to eat. I'm going to make a move. James and I have just found something in this rock pool. Look at that. This one's blue. Look. Bless you.
Sorry.
Oh, look at all his little legs.
So you put them down now?
Yeah. Let's put him back down there.
You put them upside down.
Yeah. He's a big one, isn't he?
And
Let's leave him there. Make our way along here and we'll go and check these rocks out. Are we ready, James? Yep.
yeah.
Right, let's have a look and see what we've got under here. What have you found?
No, it's just... Ow! Crabs.
Right. Ready, James, with your net? Oh, look at him there. Right. Turn your net over. Well done. Got him.
And I put him in my bucket.
Okay. And there is another lovely little cushion star. What you need to make sure is if you're ever going to be turning rocks over like this, you always put them back. Like that. Are you doing alright up there?
He just jumped up at me.
There's a prawn under there. Oh, he's gone underneath. There is a Montague's blenny and a Clingfish. And they are fast. Right, got him, look. Oh no, he's dropped off. How many limpets can you get on one rock? You seen that?
That must be like the rock.
Must be the place to be when you're a limpet. There's another furrowed crab. And here are some tiny...
What's that?
I don't know, I'll have a look at that closer. There's some little pipefish. Oh, funnily enough, I've got 3 of them underneath this rock here as well, look.
What, pipefish?
No, them... I don't know if they are a nudibranch or if they're an headsack. No, they are. They're some form of nudibranch, some form of sea slug. I'll get a good photo of that and we'll find out the name for those. There's also some Staricidian. Yeah, I'm unsure on what that is. I'm suspecting it could be some type of sea lemon, but it's definitely a species of nudibranch. There is a stunning snake looks in me. Oh, James, bring your net. See it there? Up. It's alright, he's hidden now. Let's gently get that back down.
Is this a different one?
Which one? Let me see. You catching rocklings, are you? No, that's another shore rockling.
Oh.
Well done. You've had like 5 of them now, haven't you?
There's like 4 in this rock pool.
Well, I managed to finally catch a couple of them. And these are them. These are either a Cornish sucker or a Clingfish, depending on who you speak to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the better camera out so I can show you a close-up of them. But there are 5 in there and a pipefish. Stunning, aren't they? Leopard spots, like an electric blue dots, and a red fin to their tail. And there is your scale. In this shot you can see the sucker pad underneath the fish that gives the Cornish sucker or the Clingfish its name. It uses that pad to cling and suck onto rocks. Right, what have we got in here?
So we've got some gobies, some rocklings.
There is rock goby.
Furrowed crab. Another rock goby. And we've got a shore rockling.
They are slippery to get hold of. Just
I've got him. Okay. There we go, he's gone. That was a pipefish.
yeah, and there are some more pipefish just underneath here.
See this one? Look.
They are almost just like a piece of seaweed, aren't they? Are we going to go? We're going to start walking back now.
Yeah, I got a wet bum.
Turn around. Yep.
I got legs.
I've got wet legs as well. But that's all part of the fun of coming to the beach. What we've got there is we've got a perfect looking hole. And I can just see a lobster's claws there. I don't know how deep that hole's going to go back, but I can just see a claw poking out. I had an idea there might be something here because all of this sand and this dirt has all been turned out. So there is a lobster at the back of there. You going to help me, James? I can see this ending with me getting very wet. Is he poking that net up my bum?
James, no. There he goes.
Main business.
What's bringing your mum, Dad?
If I get this one wet, at least I can take it off and I've still got dry ones to put back on. Right, no more smacking me in the bum.
I'm going to take your knife off.
Yeah,
That's the classic foraging pose. Demonstrated beautifully by John there.
come here. You see its claws there? Coming out to have a go at the camera. Go.
Man v lobster.
Oh my word.
Right.
Well, I'd committed myself, so I wasn't letting it get away. But yeah, I'll show you how far up the back of that hole it was. I had to get laid down right up the back of there, and I was at full length of, well, you can see how far the hook was up, but got it in the end. And that, oh, easy, big enough. It is a male. You can tell it's a male by these two little white dots on its last legs here. Got you! James is going to demonstrate for us how you use your foraging hook, aren't you? So you use your hook to pull the seaweed out of the way when you're looking in holes. And what have we got in there, look?
Traps.
Yep, so pull the seaweed out of the way with your hook. And in there, we have some crabs. That is exactly what I was on about. You're just looking for a little hole. That's where they live.
Let's hold the camera.
So, see which one's going to come first. That one, I think. Right, when you're getting them out of a hole like this, don't just grab hold of a claw or a leg and start pulling, because you'll just pull the limb off. They can detach their limbs as like a defence mechanism. So just a little bit of patience, just a wiggle. There it is. This one's a male. Tell this one's a male by the size of the claws and by that narrow V. If this one's a male, that one in there is likely to be a female. Yeah, I thought as much. She's soft. So when you find one that's soft like this, you just need to be really gentle with them, because if you squish them too hard with your fingers or push them against a rock, you can kill them and break them. I'll show you when I get her out. Just try and tease her out with her. She's that soft that I don't think she could nip me if she tried. There, look. You can see how soft she is, look.
Oh, where's that one?
There. Also you can tell by how, oh yeah, oh, she's lost a leg, hasn't she? See what I mean about how they can detach a limb? She'll be fine, she'll grow that back next season, but this is how soft they are, look. I'll give her a quick wash and I'll show you them both. Right, you can see here, this one's the male, this one's the female. Now if you look at the colour difference between the tips of the claws here, look how well, I was going to say how full the colour is, and they're black. Whereas if you look at this one, those ones are quite opaque, and the tips of the claws are brown, aren't they? You can see the colour difference. So he's hard and she's soft. As they breed, he'll mate with her while she's soft, and then he'll protect her until her shell hardens up, until she can defend herself, and that's when she'll have her eggs through. Even if she was big enough, because she's soft, she's no good to eat anyway. You need them to be full and hard like that, otherwise she'd be full of water now, whereas he'd be full of meat. Right, like I say, you've just got to be really gentle with these ones. They'll fight their way out and make it awkward, but leave them to go back in. There, look. Sharp put herself back in there. Same with this guy. Just give him a second, he'll put himself back in there. You don't need to force him. See you later. Right, we've come to the end of our time on the beach. What a fantastic day on the beach. Found loads of stuff. I mean, for the end of February, we've done really well. What did we find, James? We found big starfishes,
Yes.
fishies, 2
Yes.
crabs. What was the matter with the crabs though?
As we was going to do it, we found some fish, some crabs, some other crabs, sadly, they were too big, but we found a big lobster.
Yep. Sadly the crabs were undersized, but we did find what I did manage to get into battle with is this great guy. He really did put up a fight, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's a cracker.
Yeah.
Nearly had Hannah's leg off with it. So we're going to take this guy now for a cook-up. That sound good?
Yeah!
Yes! Hannah, James, Mr. Lobster and I have come out to a quiet little area and we are just using one of our homemade rocket stoves to bring some seawater to the boil, and then we're going to introduce Mr. Lobster. It's a very simple way of cooking. All you need to do is clean seawater or fresh water with salt added, bring it up to the rolling boil, and I mean a fierce rolling boil. Lobster in, when it comes back to the rolling boil again, 2 more minutes after that and it's ready to come off. And we might just be in time because if you can see the tide is racing in towards us. We might have to move it up a little bit. But he is a cracker, isn't he? Ideally, if you can position it so that the wind blows in that hole there, it feeds the fire inside. There, look. Right, that's had 2 more minutes at the boil. You can see there. Oh, he's ready to come out.
I want to get some lobster in my
Right,
tummy.
1, 2. Whoa, that was hot. You can see there how the stove burns through the middle. And all I'm going to do is we have a little glass dish with some butter and a little bit of garlic in. And I'm going to sit it in the water. Once I take a little bit out. Yep, if you want to. And we'll sit down and have a little bit of lobster. Oh,
The size of that leg.
yeah, and we've just got a little bit of butter, garlic butter melting in there, look. Almost ready. Right, which bit would you like first?
I want to try some of
Right.
the claw.
You want to try some of the claw? Which claw would you like? Would you like the cruncher claw or the cutter claw? This one here, the big one.
Yeah.
Right. Which one are you going to crack it onto here?
Yeah.
Right, get your mum to help you. There you go. James,
You have to hold the...
you need to hold it with one hand, look, like that, and hit it on, like. Hold it like that. Hold it like that. Just give it a, like that. Watch. Watch me, James, look. And then once you've got it, look, you can crack it.
And the pestle one.
What about that, look?
Oh, I don't want to try some of that. That was saying something.
Can I have the butter, please?
Dip it. Oh. That was absolutely delicious. Nothing left but empty shell. And what a wonderful setting. Just in time, the tide nearly got us. What do you think, James?
Good.
Good. And we'll take all these pieces now. We'll go and hide them under a rock down there so a little crab can have a feed. You're finishing off the garlic butter, aren't you? I hope you enjoyed joining us. I hope you found it interesting. All the very best. And what do we say, James?
Bye from the fish locker.
Bye from the fish locker.